It really can be less. That's less 50,000. Okay. Thank you for your trust, Boss Liu. I'll go back and talk to my friend. See what he means. If my friend wants to buy it, it must be cash. No one is embarrassed to fill the facade if it is not cash, Zhang Anping promised. In fact, this is more than the previous life. He bought the facade a while early. This time he has almost the money in his hand. But don't worry about that. This undead ambition is in a lawsuit. In the end, this money still requires Liu Zhong to pay a large sum. Whether 200,000 or 300,000. It's almost the same. Liu Zhongtao. In fact, I didn't take what Zhang Anping said seriously. After all, the whole city. Anyone who can take out millions at will. Not too many, and maybe he knows them all. Currently, only Huang Zhengsheng is married. Zhang Anping reminded. Liu Zhongtao plans to do this. God is waiting for Wang Daji in the hospital. After all, this is a big deal for him. And idleness is idleness. Looking at Zhang Anping patiently serving his wife, he sometimes gives his wife some boiling water, buys some food or something. Hu Shulan was so moved. Since you have money, never been with me like today. It's not busy, I'm not bad. It's not that you don't know I'll accompany you when I'm not free. Listen to Liu Zhongtao's insincere words. Zhang Anping shook his head secretly. This guy does that to his wife. In the future, even if you have money, you can't keep him. Otherwise, in the previous life, how could he sell the facade downstairs of Zhuangwan Mansion? It's a cash cow. Fortunately, Liu Zhongtao didn't wait long. The next day, Wang Daji brought. Here comes the older man. Brother Zhang, I specially made medicinal meals for the master. I was looking for. It's second to none here. I think my sister-in-law has a bad appetite. Let him make something to eat. Maybe it will get better soon. Wang Daji is here. And as soon as I entered the door, I didn't see Liu Zhongtao at all. Find Zhang Anping directly. The tone of voice scared Liu Zhongtao directly. The relationship between Wang Daji and Zhang Anping is not ordinary. Could it be that Zhang Anping saved his life? Why is such a cowhide person like a sidekick? Thank you, Boss Wan. By the way, I have something to tell you. That's Boss Liu over there. I don't sigh that my daughter-in-law and my daughter-in-law are hospitalized in the same ward. I wanted to talk to you sometime. I don't know if you're free today. This time, Boss Wang directly called Wang Daji confused, although Zhang Anping explained, but Wang Daji is still a little confused. I don't know how to solve it. Pull him directly to the lawn outside the door. Ask him what to do. Mine is okay? Which song are you singing? What should I do? Look at him. What does he say? Find a way to maximize the benefits. Anyway, just meet. The initiative is in our hands. What's there to worry about? Do you think so? The original purpose of Zhang Anping's prosecution, I just want to make Liu Zhongtao's cash flow tight. Then they had to sell the facade of Zhuangwan Mansion at a reduced price. Let his plan succeed. Successfully won the Zhuangwan Mansion. Of course, if they talk privately, maximize their profits. They can also consider the issue of litigation. Okay, I'll listen to you. After Wang Daji figured out the situation, not immediately. Back to the ward. Liu Zhongtao nodded and smiled at Wang Daji. Boss Liu, please go out and talk. I will let my wife eat the medicated meal while it is hot. This tentative negotiation, Zhang Anping didn't want to worry about him. The mind is on the daughter-in-law. I just want my daughter-in-law to eat more. Only let him eat. His illness will get better. Hot, or let's wait. I'll pay when your wife finishes dinner. Let's find a place to sit, shall we? He wanted to meet Wang Daji before he refused to see. This time Zhang Anping said something casually. This Wang Daji is so face-saving. He was overjoyed. So Liu Zhongtao just wanted to pull Zhang Anping out together. Take advantage of the opportunity to eat. Maybe it will be done. Then wait a moment. I have to get my wife to eat something. Zhang Anping doesn't matter, but he has to settle his daughter-in-law well, but it has to be good. Zhang Anping fed his wife bite by bite. Zhao Lingyun barely held on and took a bite. Haven't said anything yet. Wow. I vomited directly. This scared Zhang Anping and kept calling for a doctor. The master over there was also taken aback. A little overwhelmed. Wait until the doctor comes to check. I asked what's in the food. Sea cucumber and abalone. Cordyceps, ginseng, and other great supplements. My wife can't eat fish. This sea cucumber abalone can't be used for these fears. Look at this daughter-in-law. Do you have anything you want to eat? This day, he didn't touch the water at all. Zhao Lingyun has not eaten half a bowl of food for 2 or 3 days. His health will get worse and worse. Yes, I want to eat you. Take me and Xiaobao for the first time. Beef noodles to eat under the overpass. That's the best beef noodles I've ever had. You are really my daughter-in-law. It's all here, and you're trying to save me money. Who saved you money? I really want to eat beef noodles. Okay, you wait, I'll buy it for you. It's still early when you come to the noodle shop. No guests. The boss brought me a bowl of beef noodles. Don't put water? Make more soup. Put more beef? Little shriveled calf. If you want to fight, you don't have to be so euphemistic. Don't get excited, boss. I'll give you double the price. VIP, do a good job. I will definitely do something to satisfy your wife. When Zhao Lingyun ate the beef noodles, he missed. Finally a smile. He didn't vomit anymore. Take a bite too. The beef was given to Xiaobao last time. You didn't taste it. Well, good wife. You eat. Let's eat this bowl of noodles, okay? This dog food is sprinkled. Let Hu Shulan on the side be envious. Look how much they love each other. Wang Daji over there looked at Zhang Anping like this. Think about it. Looking at Brother Zhang's appearance, he is really good to his wife. I want to win Brother Zhang's favor in the future. You must be good to your sister-in-law. Bah, that is a gift, and it must be given to my sister-in-law. Only sister-in-law is happy. This brother will definitely be happy. Brother Zhang is happy. My benefits are indispensable. I'm such a smart little guy. Outside, Zhao Linyun's face turned ruddy. This made Zhang Anping happy. Good wife, if you like to eat, we will eat beef noodles from this house tomorrow. Well, go away. They're all waiting for you. I'll have strength as long as I can eat. I'll be back soon. Liu Zhongtao came by car. When getting on the bus, Wang Daji, a little bit more curious, look at this little car. After all, he rarely sits in a comfortable car. On the other hand, Zhang Anping was indifferent. After all, I enjoyed everything I should have enjoyed in my previous life. This made Liu Zhongtao feel unfathomable. After all, I have never experienced. If you want to pretend, you may not be able to pretend so much. Come to the hotel. Liu Zhongtao is very atmospheric and only chooses expensive ones, not the right ones. Boss Wang, I toast you. It used to be that my subordinates couldn't do anything. The name of this store is really inappropriate. I apologize to you here. They are all from Suicheng. Suicheng is just a little bigger. They all look down and don't see. Please raise your hand. At least, let me go. As for money, it's easy to say. Liu Zhongtao can't help it either. Everyone thinks he is rich. In fact, he is now so poor that he only has a stick left. Yeah, everybody's busy. How much are you gonna pay? 200,000, what do you think? Wang Daji ignored Liu Zhongtao. After looking at Zhang Anping, just stick out a finger, wow. Boss Wang is very atmospheric, just 100,000. What is the matter with you? This is 1 million, 1 million you dare to be a mother. Then I'd rather sue. Ouch. What are you talking about so hard? Then sue. Let's talk about it again. You see, I promise not to use this trademark in the future, and compensate you. In fact, you have nothing to lose, right? At most, I will give you everything I earned during this time. Let's subsidize a little more. I'll add 50,000. Liu Zhongtao is already out 250,000, but Wang Daji was unmoved at all. That attitude makes it clear to go to court. Recently sued TV stations and newspapers scrambled to report. Get the turnover of the latest fresh shrimp. Rubbing up. It's a good lawsuit. More effective than any advertising. Boss Liu, are you not sincere? 250,000 fooling anyone. If I win the case, the compensation can be 300,000 to 400,000 yuan. Why should I care about this 250,000? That's not what it says. It's not a lawsuit. It doesn't necessarily mean you win. Besides, even if you win, this money is not what you want either. More than 400,000, maybe only 30,000 to 50,000. More than 100,000 are possible. Liu Zhongtao kept explaining to Wang Daji. But Wang Daji didn't listen at all. His eyes drifted to Zhang Anping from time to time. It mainly depends on the form of his meaning. Zhang Anping secretly shook his head. 250,000 too little. If the benefits are large enough, maybe Zhang Anping will be moved. But it's not worth the money. Let's file a lawsuit. This is out of the question. Brother Zhang, I'll say goodbye first. I'm very busy. The store has something to do. 300,000 Boss Wang. 300,000. Don't be out of shape. Liu Zhongtao was anxious, and he reported 300,000. This also made Zhang Anping understand in his heart. Where is Li Zhongtao's bottom line? Look at him in such a hurry. The price increase is also urgent. That means he cares about this lawsuit. You are not sincere. And if I really want to promise, I want cash. It's all cash. Wang Daji said this, which also benefited Zhang Anping. In fact, just push him. Let's see how much cash Liu Zhongtao has in his hands. If he has a lot of cash in his hand. The facade of Zhuangyan Mansion is estimated to be too cheap to take down. Zhang Anping saw Liu Zhongtao's front. I already know. Liu Zhongtao has assets in his hands, but he doesn't have much cash. At least 300,000 or 400,000 in cash. And I got him stumped. Then Zhang Anping also left soon. Liu Zhongtao looked at the table full, almost untouched dish, and he sighed. Nanyan is really not good. I'm afraid it's going to enter the facade of Mai's hands, and this time Zhang Anping and Wang Daji have gathered together. I heard about this. Liu Zhongtao, there's a lot of debt out there. All those people are asking him for money. By the way, Brother Zhang, you said if he wants to give us more than 500,000 yuan. Do we agree or not? Wang Daji is very excited now. This money came too easily. Just now, people directly called the money to the 300,000. 300,000, a few months ago, he didn't even dare to think that someone would send him 300,000, no. Even if you can only divide it into 1 year. That's not good either. Your attendance is still a little small. It's not enough for me to let you test it. In fact, I want to know where Liu Zhongtao's trump card is. This is clear. Even if he's suing 500,000, we can only take 300,000 and sue. This is TV stations and newspapers. Advertise us for free. Usually you 100,000, 200,000 take it. It doesn't necessarily work that way. And in the future, the first grade Xianxia wants to go far. Reputation matters. Zhang Anping glanced at Wang Daji. He's still a little short, but it's not entirely his fault. After he followed himself, the speed of making money and fame, it's like riding a rocket. A couple months ago, he is still a big guy who is about to go bankrupt. The stall owner will become a socialite in the city. It is estimated that it will take a long time. How much knowledge? After a little accumulation and precipitation, the situation will be different. Well, I'm not listening to Brother Zhang everywhere. By the way, my sister-in-law likes to eat beef today. I'll cut up the braised beef in the store tomorrow. Cold salad no more. Just let people buy the one under Tianjiao every day. Beef noodles are okay. It's convenient for me to have a motorcycle. Liu Zhongtao's wife and my daughter-in-law live in the same ward. You don't have to go every day. Many people have gone, making people suspicious. Zhang Anping told Wang Daji the basis. This time, if Liu Zhongtao knew that he and Wang Daji's relationship, maybe I'd rather sell those facades cheap. I don't want to sell it to him. Zhang Gang, I've been staring at the business side these days. It's a dozen lawsuits. You see our sales almost doubled. Well, you can go back and buy some from Zhuangyuan Mansion. The house over there is good. The kind of yard with tens of thousands of yuan at the back of Number 1 middle school. You can also buy a few. It can be used in the local farm factory in the future. It can also be used as a staff dormitory. Okoka listened to Brother Zhang, and this time Zhang Anjin's family is also discussing buying a house in the city. Since Chashan was taken away by Zhang Anping, Zhang Anjin has been proposing to go back to the provincial capital. He wanted to go back early and marry Yuhua. But before I go, he also has arrangements for his family. Team Outen is gone. There's no need to stay in Zhangjiawan. I think you can go to Suicheng, find a small shop right next to Yihang. Suggest some goods to sell from the provincial capital, such as stationery, electronics or cloths. It's really a walk to Miznak Electric City. In Zhang Anjin's eyes, Zhangjiawan is too small. Without the income of Team Mountain, parents are lazy. A person who cares too much, there is no future in this Zhangjiawan. It is better to take advantage of this time. Business is good and profitable. Hurry up and got to No 1 middle school to find a shop to do business. After there, maybe it's the center of the whole city. Can this be done? What if you lose money? No, I will help you look at the goods in the provincial capital. You bring it back and sell it. Definitely 100 times better than you farming in the countryside. You can't go wrong by listening to me. And there's one more thing I want to say. When Zhang Anjin said this, and looking around, mainly because I'm afraid that Yuhua will hear it, don't we still have some money? Take it out then. See if you can buy a house next to No 1 middle school. I asked Song Xiaochen. He said $10,000 or $20,000. You can buy a house with a small courtyard of 2,000 generations. He used his money to buy a house. In case the money is not enough to find grandpa, he should still have some money. If it doesn't work, sell the house at home. Then go to the city. Future development. It must be much better in Chenli than in the countryside. Zhang Anjin is very decisive, but hearing in his parents' ears, just next one. How does this work? Selling a house, let's look at the city house first. Or go to open a store and sell the house after it is stable. I think if we get a foothold in town, that must be much better than the Zhang Anping family. It's a pity that if Chashan wasn't given to Zhang Yongbin, in 2 or 3 years at most, the money we saved, you can easily buy a house in the city. Hurry up. I see that Zhuangyuan Mansion is about to be built. I guess the house there will become more and more expensive in the future. You should. Otherwise, if you want to buy it later, you may not be able to afford it. Reason hum. After you return to the provincial capital, help us see what business to do. I will go to number 1 middle school with your mother to have a look. If not, just ask Song Xiaotian. He's doing well over there. But parents, Yuhua and I are not married yet. You must remember to let him. He's right about everything. Now you can offer them as your ancestors. Gee, I think this Yuhua's temper. You can't marry such a wife at all. What do you want this for? What do you know? Long hair, short knowledge? You want me to tell you to spend your whole life in the countryside? Don't worry, wait until I'm developed. Naturally, Yuhua's matter will be solved. Don't you worry. Zhang Anjin frowned and reprimanded his mother, Huang Chrysanthemum. Anyway, what he says in this family is what he says. Even parents dare not object. After all, their son is too strong. Finish explaining these. Zhang Anjin went on the road with Yuhua. Yuhua didn't say much along the way, a little depressed. This made Zhang Anjin guess several times in his heart. I can't guess, Yuhua. What are you unhappy about? Just tease him. If you don't want to be here, next time you come, I can take you to Suicheng for a stroll. Why not go to Suicheng this time? It's all up to you. As long as you like to hang out here, then we will stay in Suicheng for a day. Can't you take the car back to the provincial capital at night? Zhang Anjun is very spoiling Yuhua now. As long as he says anything. Zhang Anjun has no different intentions, and Zhang Anping just bought beef noodles at noon that day. Getting ready to go home, I heard someone calling him. When I looked up, I saw the smiling Yuhua, and the expressionless Zhang Anping. Out of politeness, I chatted with the two of them. After some pleasantries, Yuhua knew that Zhao Lingyun had been discharged from the hospital. Currently recuperating at home, he clamored to go to Zhang Anping's house to have a look. Zhang Anping was a little unhappy, but still kept the smile on my face. Before he and Yuhua got married, he didn't dare to offend Zhang Anping at all. Okay, my parents and Xiaobao are at home. Yuhua went to my new home to identify the door. My parents love you? Do I often praise you? Let's go and have a look. I just happen to have something to do with Song Xiaotian. At that time, we will go to see Song Xiaotian's house. Also in mind, I heard that the house I bought over there is very beautiful. Song Xiaotian is not far from my house, just around the corner. Very close, very close. You will go directly to number 1 middle school in a while. Back door 50 meters. You can see a vermilion door. That's the family. I'll leave the door open then. Just shout. Zhang Anping actually didn't want to take them either. It just points them in the right direction. I plan to go back. Anping J, why don't you take me alone on your motorcycle? I want to see my sister-in-law, and Xiaobao Anjun is familiar with the road here. Let him come back later. Yuhua shouted these words which made Zhang Anjun's face change. Zhang Anping pretended not to see it. When hesitating, Yuhua has already sat on the back seat of the motorcycle. But there is still a fist away from Zhang Anping. This made Zhang Anjun feel a little better. Over there, Zhang Anping saw that Yuhua had gotten on the bus himself. Didn't say much. After it is the default, just get in the car and leave. Zhang Anjun in the back hurried to number 1 middle school. Other steps. Okay, I definitely can't catch up with Zhang Anping's motorcycle. Blink Kung Fu. All you can see is smoke from the back of the motorcycle. Zhang Anjun is a little anxious now. Feet picked up speed. I can't wait to fly to Zhang Anping's house immediately. He must follow Yuhua closely. Never let Zhang Anping and Yuhua get too close. No one else knows. He knows his cousin. Not a kind person. Mom and Dad, let's see what guests are coming to the house. Uncle and Aunt, I'm here to see you. As Yuhua shouted, the house suddenly became lively. Jin Chaofan over there is all smiles. With a rare guest, he said to stew the chicken immediately. In a word, the fish slips and tears are about to fall. He has lived in Zhang Anjun's house for the past few days. I haven't seen what a chicken feather looks like. It's still Zhang An who loses himself. Jun's prospective daughter-in-law, I didn't even taste half a bite of chicken soup when I went back to his house. No aunt. The hen has to keep her eggs. Xiaobao needs to eat these supplements when he is young. It's okay, you're a VIP. Besides, we have a lot of chickens. What else do you want to eat? Auntie will make it for you. Zhang Anjun, who walked over on the other side, looking at a vermilion door, being in a daze. How could this house be bought by Zhang Anping? Impossible, absolutely impossible. Zhang Anjun, why are you here? Are you here to see your cousin? See what you call yourself. Song Xiaotian made Zhang Anjun's heart easy to wake up. I just wanted to come to Song Xiaotian. I didn't expect this to happen by chance. I heard your house is here. Show me. Hearing Zhang Anjun's words, Song Xiaotian was flattered. Hurry up and invite Zhang Anjun to sit at his house. This is a good location. Your house is really nice. Xiaotian has the ability, I can't see it. Zhang Anjun's praise. Let Song Xiaotian be a little fluttering. The mouth is getting the back of the head. Hey, safety brother, why are you here? Shouldn't you go back to the provincial capital? Oh, I have something to do with Zhang Anping. Does he live nearby too? Why can't I find it? Song Xiaotian said with a puzzled face. Safety brother. Didn't you just stand in front of Zhang Anping's house? Hearing the red door is Zhang Anping's house. Zhang Anjun was taken aback. I heard that Zhang Anping did some land dragon price. Is the factory profitable? And catching lobster is wrong. Why not make money? That lobster has been on the rise this year. Everyone is buying ground dragons to catch lobsters. That land dragon is so easy to use. Even if it is expensive, more people are buying. He made a lot of money. People make money. The threshold is high. I look down on the poor friends we play with. How can this be? We all grew up together. Zhang Anjun said calmly. He forgot self before. In fact, I didn't play with Song Xiaotian, because this Song Xian is not promising, it's of no use whatsoever. Then Zhang Anjun asked Song Xiaotian, how much is his house? What I tell others is 20 or 30,000. In fact, when I bought it, I didn't 20,000, only 15,600 ha. Then help me pay attention later. I'll have my parents come to you for a house like this. As long as 10,000, 5 or 6. Zhang Anjun did the math. No need to borrow money at home. Then Zhang Anjun came to Zhang Anping's house. And Jun is here. This Zhang Yongbing saw Zhang Anjun coming. He didn't seem very happy, but there's good manners. Soon Zhang Anjun found out. It doesn't seem very popular to come here by yourself. Not only did Zhang Anping ignore him, even Zhang Yongbing said a word when he entered the door. This made Zhang Anjun very unhappy. He wanted to have a presence. Fortunately, Zhang Anning is back. Seeing Zhang Anning was a little flustered. Brother Anjun, you are here. Anning, I remember that you took the college entrance examination this year. Did you pass the exam? Fail, and repeat. Zhang Anning was a little nervous at this time. And Zhang Anping has actually been paying attention to Zhang Anjin. When he saw Zhang Anping being stopped by Zhang Anjin, I just walked over. What did you do? Reading is so bad. Can you do it? No, don't waste your parents' money. If you can't, find something to do. So Big Zhang Anjin put himself in a high position. A mouth stands on the moral high ground. Start reprimanding Zhang Anning. Let Zhang Anning's face turn red. Zhang Anjin, I think you're being too generous. You are also in charge of other people's household chores. You have to take care of my brother's reading. Dog takes mouse. Zhang Anping's words made Zhang Anjin blush all of a sudden. Yes, brother Anjun, I want to repeat, I think it's a family affair. You care too much. I'm just saying, said that my family cares about me. It is to care about Zhang Anjun. I didn't expect to be confronted by the two brothers together. I'm a little pissed off. I was almost speechless. Then don't talk nonsense about other people's homes. What people want to do. Have we ever taken care of your house? Zhang Anping, how can you talk like that? I came to your house as a guest today. I didn't invite you. If you don't like it, you can roll away. Zhang Anping said this. Zhang Anjin stood up crying, pretend to leave, but he turned around, but found no one to hold him. He shouted, Yuhua with a dark face, we walk, we go out to eat. No, aunt, the chicken is stewed. Yuhua's words almost pissed Zhang Anjin to death. It was a humiliation he had never received in his life. Yuhua, are you leaving? I'll give you 3 seconds. Don't leave our business, Yuhua. Are you going? I'll give you 3 seconds. If you don't leave, we have to think about our business carefully. After Zhang Anjin said this sentence, you have a gradual expression, because it's worked so well. Yuhua will definitely follow him. Who knows how many seconds have passed? Yuhua said very firmly, I also think we need to think about our affairs carefully. When Yuhua said this sentence, the dumbfounded one is Zhang Anjin. He never dreamed words I once used to deal with threats against Hua. He was actually taken out by Yuhua and told him. In an instant, Zhang Anjin panicked. He is trying to make a good impression on Yuhua's family. Even Chashan gave up Yuhua. I'm kidding you. I wasn't kidding you. Between us, you really should think about it. Zhang Anjin is stupid. He doesn't want to go now. I wanted to say something nice to Yuhua, but Yuhua has been ignoring him. This made him extremely embarrassed. He even thought about asking everyone to speak for him. Say please, but look at the people in this room. One by one, they don't seem to be interested in him. Zhang Anjin was so angry that he lost his mind. Yuhua, don't regret it. I won't regret it. Yuhua turned around directly. The back looked so heartless. This made Zhang Anjin stomp his feet. He ran out of Zhang Anping's house in a huff. It's time to eat chicken. Ah! Everyone at the table was smiling. The whole family looks harmonious and beautiful, happy. This emotion infected Yuhua. He was a little preoccupied. I can't help laughing. Children are afraid although we have watched them grow up, but this kid has too many hearts. The mind is hidden deep. You really need to think about marriage. Does it fit? Your parents must want you to be happy too. Are you right? You are so kind to Aunt. You said the same thing as my mother. My mom also said he has a big heart. Hide well, boy. Forget it. You are so kind and sensible. You will be happy in the future. Eat now. I cooked this myself. Try it. Is it delicious? Auntie, you have too many fried dishes. I came here empty-handed. Silly boy, what's there to drill a well here? Remember to come and sit with us. We're already happy. Jin Chaofan smiled. How is Yuhua? Polite and refreshing. What a nice girl during the meal. Zhang Anping and Zhang Anning also talked to Yuhua. I heard that Zhang Anning is repeating. It's because of employees who don't do well in English. He thought about it and told Zhang Anning, I'll give you the information. I used at home when I get back. Especially in English. I got full marks in English during the college entrance examination. Yuhua's words surprised Zhang Anning. There are really full marks in English. Sister Yuhua, thank you. You are amazing. Full marks in English. English is the simplest and easiest to get. I can't do math. I almost failed the college entrance examination. Yuhua hesitated, but Zhang Anning couldn't help laughing. It turns out that Sister Yuhua can get full marks in English. Failed math. Quite the opposite of me. This shows that English is not as difficult as you think, and math is not as simple as you think. The guest of honor enjoyed the meal. Yuhua didn't leave in the afternoon either. Simply give it to Zhang Anning. Opened an English stove alone for a while, and Yuhua's English fluency let Zhang Anning be amazed. Sister Yuhua, your spoken English is very good. Better than my English teacher. No, I want to do foreign trade business in the future. Let me tell you a secret. I am not only good at English, my Russian is also good. Awesome. Yuhua will laugh very happily, but happy times are short-lived. In the evening, Yuhua wants to return to the provincial capital. Zhang Anping took him to the station on a motorcycle. When Zhang Anping left, Zhang Anping doesn't know which corner he ran out of. This startled Yuhua. I'm sorry, Yuhua.